looks so much better. Look at that shit.
Okay, Lance is cooking.
Like that,
Nobody's on here yet. I hope they all find the live.
yeah. That butter's got like the crystallizing them. Look at how good that.
Lance is obsessed with his cooking. Oh, okay. Okay, a few people made it here. Sorry, guys. I hope it's sideways now. It should be okay. Let me...
Let's hope so.
I didn't even put a better thumbnail picture. Woohoo! Hi, Stuart Schooley. Will you start kettling some water for the dogs?
Yeah.
Telling Lance to cook certain things. Okay, hopefully everyone finds us here. Carol, if you're here, let me know. That way I can answer your question about how it does in the snow. All right. Perfect. So.
Where's the kettle? Oh, can you just fill that up for me?
Kind of. Guys, sorry. We're like a mess right now. It's mid-dinner. Lance is...
I'm freaking out, man.
He's freaking out. Okay, so for dinner, we are having steak, squash, and green beans. All from my parents. We got the squash from their garden, green beans from their garden, and then steak from their freezer that they bought from someone else.
From a local farm.
From a local farm, yes.
Rich
hello,
said
Sherry.
he went and picked out the cow.
Did he?
Yeah. He said
actually did?
He said he went and picked out the cow he wanted, and then he ordered a half a cow. And so they gave him like half a cow. Which I think is pretty cool.
That is cute.
To know that it's
that just
like...
makes it so more alive.
Well, yeah, but...
Carol said we love Lance.
Oh, thank you, Carol.
That's my, she lives in Ohio. Gosh, I forget. Carol, are you my aunt? Henry, can we see your dogs, please? Allie from Henry. And Happy New Year from Henry. Happy New Year, Henry. Yeah, I'll show you Hank right now. That's Mr. Hank. And this is Miss Notch. Hank is hanging out where the steak is at because he knows what to do. I'm actually going to make his dinner really quick. Carol asked how the bus does in the snow. Do you want to explain to them how it does in the snow?
Yeah. So the bus actually does really good in the snow. As far as handling goes, driving, like taking off, we don't slip or like have any loss of traction, but when we brake, since it's so heavy, it takes a little while. So in the bus, I always brake super early and slow anyways, and I leave plenty of space just because it is so heavy and you do feel it. We're weighing in at about 16,000 pounds. But starting up, it's a diesel, so we don't actually ever plug in. We started in -11 without being plugged in, and it chugged the lug to life.
Oh, Carol's my cousin. Okay, and me and Carol have the same birthday.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Jose, hello, Allie and Lance, where are you guys at? Now, we are currently in like mid-Utah area in the desert, and we're heading down south. Our end goal by the end of January is to be in Arizona. And I need to finish heating up. Can I see their water?
It's right there in the sink.
Oh, okay. So we're just feeding the puppies, and then we're going to sit down, and then we can really, really chat. Maverick just growled at Hank and Notch on the TV. My mom just texted me saying that Maverick, the dog, if you've seen him and he's been in the videos before, was growling at them. That's really funny. Oh, Maverick. Maverick.
Heck, those stinky dogs.
Mm-hmm. Can you cuddle your dog and belly rub it? Henry, I promise you, we'll cuddle them in a little bit. They won't give us a choice, but first we have to feed this one. We need to eat, and he needs fed.
I'm almost done here.
Yes. So, 1 second. Does the new door make a big difference in the cold? What do you think, babe?
Super big difference.
Huge difference.
Driving wise, for sure. Our old door was great, but it would let a lot of cold in when we drove. This one does a bit because I haven't finish the weather stripping fully on it, but without any weather stripping, it does way better.
Yeah. For sure. For sure. One sec, guys. Can you try to open this? Don't look at what's inside. It's really nasty.
Some sardines.
It's some sardines. How's the steaks looking? I'll have a lamb straight in a second.
Jeez.
I know, it like won't open. I'll show you guys the steaks. We got the steaks, squash, green beans, all thanks to our mama. My mama, not our mama. That would make us related. That'd be weird. That'd be weird.
Good save, Allie.
Lance is trying to open a can for me.
Oh my gosh.
I think they welded it.
I can't get it open.
Should we just toss that one and say that it's not going to ever open?
Yeah, but now my fingers are fishy.
I'll get you a wet wipe.
Golly. Sardines and steak. We feed our dogs a lot of raw food. So, like fish, well, not always raw. Salmon skins, chicken, rice, yams. Keeps them nice and
Oh, did
healthy.
you put any butter in the squash yet?
No.
Well, that sucks. I don't know. I guess. What's your tuna? Hank, I know. One sec. Let's see what else is happening. Jaylena has her bus running in. That's awesome. I saw that she had
That thing.
quite a few things
It's a
happening
mess.
with it. You know what is running though? That beautiful painting on the side.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
What always stays constant.
It is cool whenever she's posting pictures of it.
It is.
Yeah.
I get excited.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll do some more eventually.
Here, I could show you the steaks. Nice and seared. Beauty.
Do you want to watch? Okay, I'm going to show you guys how good the dogs behave. Oh, thank you, Elena. $5 super chat. She enjoys our all's vlogs. Elena, I think one of our most beautiful, like, cinematic vlogs are going to be coming out this Sunday.
Yes.
Very cinematic, very beautiful this Sunday.
To be fair, we've been vlogging, but we haven't really had good visual content.
Yes.
We're in an area that's absolutely stunning, and we kind of like walk outside breathtaking
Yes.
every day now.
Okay. Here, will you show them? Or I'll just put it on the floor. I want to show you guys how cute Hank is when we feed him. And Notch. Will you show them on the camera?
Yeah.
Okay. They sit. So he has the slobber bubble right now.
He's got bobble.
Got a bubble. Down. Oh, that's so good. Okay. And then we'll do our Notch.
Oh boy.
Sit. Look, garlic.
You're in the way.
And there's Notch. But now is it time for us to eat?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm plating it up right now.
Okay. Allie's sitting down now. I will stop requesting things. All right. 1 second. Okay. Why didn't you let me pet your dog yesterday? Riley, were you the one? It wasn't that you. Do you remember the person at?
It
Was-
wasn't that she didn't let you pet the dog.
You-
It was she was just flustered
I
at
was
the time.
flustered because I was talking to my brother on my phone. And look, it's a 50-50 if people want Hank walking towards them, touching them, right? And and then at the same time, since he wasn't listening to me to call him back, it was frustrating to me that he wasn't listening, and I didn't want him to be pet because then he got what he wanted, you know? But sometimes people don't like dogs, so I never assume they like dogs unless they say, oh, it's fine, you know? Or if you, like, crouch down to pet him, of course, I'd be like, oh, okay, go say hi. But, yeah, I was very flustered, and I keep other people's thoughts in mind before Hank's. So that is why I don't assume people like to pet Hank. Or not, either dog. That's really
They're
funny.
both intimidating looking.
Yes. But they are really, really good dogs. But we've had people say before, like, can you please make sure they don't come near me? Or on a hiking trail one time, the lady said, I was attacked by a dog like a few months ago, so if you don't mind, like, don't let them get close to me. And I get it. Not everyone has to love them, but it happens. That is so funny. Riley Brooks. Yep. That's Hank. And he was being such a stink about it. He was not listening to me at all. Usually if I say, Hank, and like, he has his e-collar so I can like beep his e-collar, he'll turn around. But when you must have really smelled good because he like was really going up to you. Was really, really going up to you.
You know, if you don't want the steak, babe, I understand. You don't have to eat the steak.
I might give you some of it.
I'll take it all.
You know, I'm not a huge steak or like meat person. You know, the only downside about doing the lives and eating is we don't get to eat on the table.
Yeah.
When we're done eating and the dogs are done eating, Henry, the dogs will sit with us. Gotta wait till we're done eating. It's honestly, I think Hank's almost done eating, babe, and this is gonna be really difficult.
Yeah.
With him. Oh,
No notch.
Did you guys see her nose? Oh, really good, babe.
You tried the steak?
Mhm.
Heck yeah.
I tried. So does anyone have any questions? Any bus life questions?
Well, you watch us eat.
Or do you just want to sit here and let us eat with you? Hi, Ellie and Lance. Hi, Larry.
Hello.
Hello, hello. We're eating steak. Oh god, he just noticed. It's going to snow in Lincolnshire tomorrow. Where's Lincolnshire at, Henry?
That sounds very fancy.
Mm-hmm. Sounds very, very fancy. I think your mom's listening to our live chat. She messaged me when the first one wasn't working.
Oh, cool.
Do you want to give a shout out and say hi, Mama Michelle?
Hi, Mom. Thanks for watching.
Best Life Pirates asked, what's our favorite meal? Best life meal. Best meal.
Steak.
We eat a lot of pot stickers and rice and vegetables. That's like our go-to easy meal.
Yeah. Pre-made pot stickers.
Mm-hmm.
Pull them out the freezer, and you just steam them on our stove. It's like 5 minutes with the rice, and it's like a super good filling meal. No, Hank. Nobody. Leave it.
Sit. Sit. Be a good boy. Sit.
He's being such a butthole.
He's been very stubborn these last few days. Oh, my mom commented, Mommy, are you going to finish your whole meal? We're watching. Probably not. But I have learned
That's what I'm here for.
to finish meals for me. See how we're eating elevated now because of their heads?
The green beans and squash are superb.
Superb. Fresh garden green beans.
And this is, what is it? Buttercup squash?
Buttercup? I think it's butternut squash.
Butternut. Something like that. It's like very sweet. Super good. I never knew squash was like this.
Best Pirates said, looks like the dog's favorite best meal is steak also. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Is this the eating channel? It might as well be. I think every time we go live, we eat. Usually when we go live, it's like a, oh shoot, we're going live in 10 minutes.
Yeah, we kind of
Type
forget.
situation. But it can be an eating channel. Do you want it to be an eating channel?
Oh, yours is cooked way better, man. I overcooked mine, though.
You want a present?
I sure did. Nothing.
Sit.
Hank wants a present, too.
Hank wants a gift. It's not Christmas.
I must
is
say,
welcome.
this meal's great.
Meal's amazing. But yeah, this is us going live, eating.
I set a timer to flip the steaks, and it was supposed to be 3 minutes. It turns out it was 3 hours. So, overcooked it a little. 3 hours too much. Imagine if I just...
He's like, how's the timer going? I'm like, it's at 2:55 now.
I'm like, what?
Hello, Taco Lover from San Antonio, Texas. Texas, baby. We want to go there soon.
I don't think we're going to make it this year.
Should we say why?
Oh, yeah. We had a complete change up of plans.
Yeah, we've been telling you guys we're going to go East Coast.
No longer.
Baja, Mexico, I think it is.
That's the plan.
As long as everything goes okay these next month.
We're going from here, from Utah to Arizona, and then to Baja.
Yep.
That's the plan. And then, however good that goes, we want to hop on a ferry from Baja and then go over to the mainland. And then...
We're really exposing our whole year plan right now.
Oh yeah, I guess...
It changes every week, so...
That's true.
Don't be too excited.
Yeah.
In the Wolf of Wall Street, they sell the dog the same dinners. This ain't the Wolf of Wall Street, baby.
Yeah.
Make money. Make money, honey. Hank got our first sponsorship ever.
Oh yeah, that's true.
A really cool company called the Rambling Wolf.
They make dog bandanas. We still have them. They're super nice. They're nicer than human clothes.
Yeah. Oh,
They're
I would wear
really
them
well made.
sometimes.
Oh yeah.
They're really, really cute. And they're made by a couple that lives in the van, not a van, an RV.
And they make it by hand.
And they have a rescue dog. These rescue dogs are so much. Are very important. I forget. Someone asked the wood burning behind there. I forget what comment it was, but the wood burning above the stove is Hank. Oh yeah, I was gonna show you. That's his headshot of the year. He's he's so cute in that one. Yes, that's you, buddy.
Hanky.
That is you, buddy.
We always just leave it there, and then when we drive, we put it down. Or if we forget, it just falls down.
We haven't really found a good place to mount it, so it's just kind of
It's awkwardly big. You can kind of see the wood burnings we have up here that Allie's done, which fit really nicely up there, but that one's way big.
Oh, Carol asked. Yep. Larry said we'll love Baja. Have you been there yet, Larry? If so,
everyone we tell that to says we'll love Baja.
Watch out, Cooper.
And we're starting to practice our Spanish.
Yeah. Are we?
Not really.
We've been talking about starting to
We've been
practice our
talking about
Spanish.
it.
Has it happened yet? No. But we have started a few things.
We've been saying Spanish words more often.
Yeah. Yeah, we could call the bus when we're in cook mode Hell's Kitchen Bus. Hell Bus.
Hell bus? Yeah, that sounds good. Bus hell.
Henry asked us to tell him about the dogs. We'll get to that comment first. So, if you guys don't know, Notch, she's down here. She's a little shorter. You see her nose right there. Yeah, sorry, nose. She was rescued by Lance 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
She's a pit bull lab mix. She's very, very sweet. She hates swimming, but she's very sweet. Hank, that's Hank. He never stops talking when food's around.
That's the truth.
My friend found him in Vegas, so we rescued him. And then it was a foster. And then we ended up keeping him. And sometimes I question why, because of this. But at the same time, like this, we laugh at it a lot. It's just, he has the worst timing. If he like could talk and like be like this in other meals, it'd be different. But I swear, every time we go live,
It's something about videos. Like,
it's
seriously.
something about us talking
Hank.
there. Like we can talk to each other and he won't do it.
Yeah.
But whenever we're live,
He wants that attention. No more. So yeah, that's Hank.
yeah, that's Hank. Yeah, he is hilarious. Hank just has bad timing. But I would say about 90% of the time, he's just a loving snuggle bug that we love. 10% of the time, like he always starts barking when we both like are in a high stress situation. I think he feels the stress.
No more.
That is actually too much. Okay, no more. No. No more. You go lay down. Sit. Sit. And this is why I have like mats prepared for when we go live. He is hilarious. And
He normally doesn't bark that much.
no, he's usually, I swear guys, it's the live. Like he'll do it a few times a day, but not consistently. It'll just be like a little talk. Yeah, he sounds like a monster. He's a bit of a monster sometimes. Best Life Pirates is trying to do Baja, and when they get back from Ecuador, hopefully we can figure out the insurance. Apparently it's not cheap. Insurance.
We haven't looked into that yet.
We haven't looked into that yet. So we heard that Baja insurance is a lot different than Mexico insurance. That you can actually use the same insurance for Baja than with the U.S. You just have to do like a re-registration thing. And that is for Baja, I'm pretty sure. And then when you go over to the mainland Mexico is when you have to kind of transition and change those things. I'm pretty sure. So definitely look at that. Unless you're from Ecuador, I'm not sure. That's for U.S. citizens going to. Can we sit on the bed with our dogs? Let's sit on the couch for a little bit, Henry.
And then going back to that, about the bus in the winter, ever since we were up in Montana, our pipes froze.
Oh, yes.
Not our sink, well, our sink's pipes froze one day.
Yeah.
And then it actually didn't burst, but it made our faucet leak. So now we have to, whether it's on or off, it leaks. So we have to turn off our water pump every time we don't want to use the water. And yeah, that's been fun. But all of our gray water pipes where like our drains go are all frozen and have been frozen for a while now. So we can't drain anything down our sink. Otherwise it just gets backed up.
So we've been kind of camping.
Yeah.
It's actually a big difference not having running water. Like that's a huge luxury is just the running water.
It's such a luxury. It's
It
crazy.
is. And I mean, it would be less of a luxury if we didn't have that much water storage. But we can store up to 84 gallons, which can last like 2 weeks.
We go quite a while.
So we wash the dishes,
And
through the sink, do like drink water. The dogs drink water, food, water. Like we go for quite a while on it.
We're not very frugal with it either.
No.
Like we kind of just use it when we want. We've
But-
taken take showers with it. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. But it makes it harder to like dishes this morning. It was kind of a hassle. It's just like camping dishes. Just imagine just camping water, which isn't terrible. It's doable.
Yeah, except for we had a big pile up of dishes because when we do like long road trips, like we've been driving for the past 3 days, like at least 5 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
And so stuff kind of starts just building up, and we don't take care of stuff as much when we're driving.
Come on, Hank. Henry wants to see you sit with me. Henry asked for you so much last week when we didn't go live. We canceled our lives, last week. Life was just a bit too crazy. Henry, here you go, buddy. I'm snuggling with them. Snuggle bugging. Isn't it crazy that we all four can sit on this tiny little couch? Won't they unfreeze the further south you go? That's a big reason why we're heading further south.
Yeah.
Hank just burped in my face. Oh, thank you.
So we built this bus in the desert, and I've lived in the desert my whole life, so I didn't really think about it. So we put all of our pipes, like our gray water pipes, that they go from in the bus down under the bus and then to the gray water tank, where people that normally build their bus in the wintertime usually kind of just run their pipes all the way through the bus and then just let it kind of peek into the gray water, and then you have a heated gray water tank, which we had none of. So we kind of formed new cracks, which isn't a big deal because that just means less actual waste in the gray water tank. But they're like very little leaks now. But that's only out of our gray water. And then it looks like we need a new faucet now too.
Oh yeah, the faucet's leaking ridiculously bad.
It's pretty bad.
But we heard that those were issues in the reviews.
Yeah. That faucet's kind of known to leak.
Larry asked if we're in southern Utah or northern. We're actually kind of midway. We're like on the other side of Salt Lake City. Like on the other side of the mountains.
East of Salt Lake City.
So we actually have two really good questions on here. My wife and I want a bus so badly, but finding one is hard. We are not able to be 100% until we try a few trips. Advice for poor people? I'm disabled. So I think what they're saying is they want to try a few trips in the bus. You can...
We've actually thought about this and talked about this quite a bit.
Yeah.
So buses are great, and right now you're probably going to have a hard time finding a bus. We found ours on Craigslist, but this was before the whole like boom of vehicles getting sold and prices and all that. You're probably going to have to find it on an auction unless you luck out on like Craigslist.
Because a lot of people are buying buses now.
Yes.
Which is understandable. But...
Which is great. But the thing is, if you don't have the skills or mobility or just things to hinder you, I think you should just get like an RV, something pre-built. You can find RVs that you can like like the Class C style where you drive it.
And you can totally, we've seen the coolest DIYs on those where people will
repaint
really
it and decorate it. So nice.
Yeah, repaint it, maybe knock out one of those fake walls or something if you need to. You can DIY one of those and make it look amazing. And then the cool thing about those, if it doesn't look really cool on the outside, people aren't going to be more interested into breaking in. But if you're super set on a bus, we have met a lot of people that had just gotten like Goodwill furniture that looks super cool, super retro. They have thrifted absolutely everything. They didn't build anything until they pretty much got it for free or
you could
cheap.
Buy like small cabinets and cut them down and make them fit. We've seen some really cool things where like instead of a couch that we built, they just buy an actual couch and throw it in a bus, and it most of the time it looks really cool.
It looks really good. There's that, but they bought it probably a few years ago. Buses are just expensive right now.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. Maybe.
And then
hey, girlie.
You're not gonna be able to try out a bus like that I know of, but you can get an RV, like rental RVs, like 1-800 RV rental or whatever.
Or go car camping. Just go car camping and just realize that, I mean, if you're going the cheaper route on the bus, we did very luckily have enough money and support and everything to have the water system and to have our solar system and everything. But if you're going to need to go cheap on a bus, you probably won't be able to get certain things like electricity and all of that. So just honestly, if you have like a van or a truck, go car camping for a weekend and just try it out, because and also price it out. You know what I'll do? We're going to make a budget video.
Okay.
If you don't follow us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram. You can follow Lance's Instagram, which is Lance in the Bus, and then my Instagram is Allie in the Bus, and we'll make a budget video so you can see like what we spent on everything in the bus, and then that way, and we didn't go super expensive, but we also didn't go super cheap with things.
Yeah. And then another thing is, like, I build stuff for a living, so a lot of this stuff I've already known, and I already had the tools. So I'm not having to spend money on tools and knowledge and hiring people to do stuff, and which is where a lot of cost is, you know. If you don't know how to do solar or electrical, an electrician's going to charge you a lot.
So I think the best suggestion, if you're dead set on a bus, thrift everything. Try to buy all pre-made cabinets, everything thrifted. That's the best and cheapest way, and we've seen people do it, and it's doable. Just know that or if you want to go an easier, quicker route, which Lance and I have talked about. If I wasn't with Lance and he didn't teach me things, or if my parents weren't willing to help me build out stuff, I probably would get like a little RV or something and DIY it, because they look so cute. People honestly have done really good RV DIYs.
I don't think buses are for everyone. I think buses are for very specific people that have already have knowledge and like mechanical and building stuff, because
it comes with
the
a lot
fact
of headache.
is you buy old buses and they're old and they have their own mechanical problems as well as like physical problems. So I think an RV is the best bet for this lifestyle.
Because whenever we get mechanical problems, you make it seem so easy. You're like, well, you don't make it seem easy, but you go out there and you're like, oh, it could be this or this. But 90% of people can't go out there and say, oh, we need to check this and it might be this. You might end up paying triple in mechanical costs than what you would just in the bus. So just keep that in mind. Is it hard to cross borders with pets? What should we know? A lot of borders it is. Every border is different. Mexico is pretty much free willy-nilly.
We've only done research in Mexico.
But I know a lot of countries, there's like a quarantine period where they have to quarantine in a certain setting. But Mexico is pretty easy. I'm guessing most of South America and countries where dogs are just wild there, because there's a ton of just homeless dogs in Mexico. It hopefully is easy. But we know a ton of people that have gone through Baja, and they basically just look at them and go, okay.
Well, they take them at the border and they do an inspection, from what I've read. There's an animal inspector. I don't know.
On our Baja video, we'll let you know if they do that.
They basically just look to make sure they're not rabid. Or have parasites that are obvious.
Oh, my mom asked you a question, babe. Lance, what is the most surprising thing you found when living in below zero weather in Montana?
I think the most eye-opening thing is how when stuff gets cold, it just stays cold. There's no heating it up. I don't know. I had something plastic outside, and it was so brittle I broke it. I forget what it was, but I remember it broke super easy when it normally wouldn't. And just how much the cold actually affects stuff. I didn't think it was that bad as far as physically being in the cold. You just wear layers and warm up.
Wear layers and you be inside. The only thing is, it's just you don't really spend any time outside.
It is a lot more gloomy during that time.
Oh, is this Sam? Is Sam's last name Dussel? Sam Dussel, Copper Tree?
Yeah.
Sam? Hi, Sam!
Hi, yo.
How are you? He might be coming down to Schoolie Palooza.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yes.
We'd love to see you.
So we'd love to see you down there. But yeah. I don't know. Back on the bus RV question. I think Lance... Well, I think it's a question we get asked all the time. Or oh my gosh. I don't know if any of you guys follow us on TikTok, but the amount of comments that are so against buses. But I do see why. For us, it works great. for us, we're really happy with it. But if I wasn't with you, I don't know how I could do it.
The only real reason I wanted to get a bus is the cool factor.
Yeah.
It just looks cool. And honestly, if we were to do it again now, being in a bus, like if we were to sell a bus and want to move into something else, I'd buy like a 4x4 military truck and then build the cab on the back. I just think it'd be cool to have 4x4.
Yeah. And helpful.
Yeah. And hopefully more fuel mileage, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
We get like 10 to 12, depending where we're at.
Yeah. Which, honestly, I think a lot of people are surprised by that.
Yeah.
A lot of people are worried about our weight, too, which we are under the weight
We're
capacity.
under our capacity, yeah.
Are we?
Not terribly by much. We have a ton of weight on the back, and that's just kind of how it worked out.
Yeah.
I'd like more weight up front, but it ain't happening.
But we just make sure we don't really add any more weight to the back. We try to keep it pretty light back there.
Yeah.
Like on the back deck, the motorcycle and all of that, just
Yeah.
a lot of weight. But it doesn't slouch too much.
No, not terribly.
We've scraped a few times. How many gallons does the bus hold?
20 gallons of, well, it holds about 30 gallons of diesel, 84 gallons of fresh water, and 42 gallons of gray water.
Mm-hmm.
And like 2 gallons of milk, like a gallon of juice.
But about 30 gallons of diesel, 30 gallons of diesel. And so we can only go about 250, 300 miles on it.
And about 5 gallons of oil this motor takes. Takes a lot of oil.
A lot of oil. Do we know the total weight? I think we do.
Yeah, it's just shy of 16,000 pounds.
Taco Lover said, I want a bus with a stick shift, but they are hard to find.
They are. They're sweet, though. This guy, Parrish Schooley, on Instagram, just stick shift, like manual converted his school bus. And it's pretty cool.
Wait, his school bus is stick shift, or?
It wasn't when they bought it, and then a transmission went out.
Oh.
And then I guess they got in like this whole thing where they are looking for a manual and then started working for a bus yard and then did their manual swap there, and it's really cool. I like their bus a lot.
Yeah, so their name is Parrish Schooley, and I'm sure they have a ton of videos out with the stick shift stuff.
They have YouTube as
I know they have YouTube. I'm commenting with the Lance and the Bus channel on the comment section. So Parrish Schooley, you can see it, and then if you guys want to go check them out, Taco Lover, if you want to see their stick shift build, that'd be cool. Hood's Custom Shop. Hey guys, first time into one of your lives. I'm currently building my bus. What part are you at?
Yeah.
What section of your bus build are you at? Because
they all come with their different challenges. Honestly, we talk often that we kind of miss building out the bus because it's like so exciting once you, like, I think the most exciting thing was building like the cabinetry and just like putting it in here raw and just like, wow, this is what it's gonna be like.
Yeah, I liked when we painted things. When we saw it painted, that's what made me happy. I was like, oh, thank God.
And the flooring.
It's not a sauna anymore.
Remember when we put the flooring in?
Oh, yeah. And that was a
difference.
big, quick pop. And we're still working on it. Like, we have a few other plans to change in the bus eventually. Not rushing to do it, but we might do it.
We want to change a couple things around because now that living in it, we realize there could be, like, more feng shui and, like, better storage solutions. That's the biggest thing, is storage. I mean, in such a small space, and like honestly, we're not super minimalist people living in a minimalist life, so we kind of have a ton of stuff that most people probably wouldn't have, right?
I have a ton of stuff?
Yeah,
that whole shelf doesn't need
like
to be
20
there.
hats, 700 knickknacks.
But we will probably, like, in a month, go through it and get rid of it. You slowly kind of filter through the things you need. But it's been hard because we went from warm weather to freezing cold weather. Yeah. Which, when you don't really travel with the weather and you're hitting different seasons, you pack a lot more things.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of that stuff on the shelf we're going to tuck away for the summer. Hood's Custom Shop said my 12 window. Okay, so this is the guy mid build.
Okay.
My 12 window International weighs 16,160 pounds, completely empty, no seats, no floor. Just finished putting the flooring in, starting on cabinetry.
Your bus is double the length.
Yeah.
Ours is a 6 window. Well, kind of 7 with that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so double the length, I guess, makes double the weight.
Yeah.
We
and
thought
that's completely empty. That's crazy.
We thought that this bus was way heavier because on the title, the gross vehicle weight rating was like 20,000 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
But we went to like a cat scale and it does not weigh that much.
It weighs more when we're full on all liquids. Obviously, we can definitely feel it, but
yeah, I don't remember if we weighed when we were full or not.
No, I don't think we had the water tanks in yet. That was when we came back from Van Fest.
Oh, I think we had them in, but they weren't
full. No.
Yeah, hooked up or anything.
Sam said, "What do y'all think about the change from building to versus traveling in a bus? I find it's a never-ending rally. I find it's never-ending, really. Oh, the build.
Yeah.
I think is what Sam said.
Yeah, traveling's great, but like, I'm so used to building all the time. And
Lance gets restless.
I do.
But
then
I'm
I
gonna
figure
call
out
you
stuff
out.
to do.
No, I'm gonna call you out. You figure out something to do. You do it halfway, or you buy the materials for it, and then it sits in the bus for a week or 2 weeks until I nag you enough to just get it done.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Or like today, Lance has been taking beautiful pictures. A lot of the pictures and videos that are coming out, Lance took and then I take and I edit them the way that I want them on like my channel stuff. And Lance has his own channel, so make sure you're following him. But he's been working really hard with that. And then you sat down today and you were working on it and then go, I just hate the editing process. And then you go out in the hammock and watch a video.
Yeah. And then pull down the motorcycle.
And no matter what it is, you have such a trouble finishing things. But then when you finish it always turns out great. Mm-hmm. I don't know. So you get restless.
It's called multitasking.
I forgot what the question even was. I really called you out.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
thanks, hon.
But you just do so many things and you want to do so many things.
I sure do.
For me, the change from bus building, I miss the design build part. I love working and building stuff with Lance, but I'm happy to be traveling. I'd rather, I think for the next year and a half, be traveling and experiencing this stuff, and then maybe we'll build it out again when we get bored. I know we're going to get bored eventually and want to build it out, unless we're doing some like insane traveling. We've talked about even buying something over in Europe.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, we could build it over in Europe too.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about like eventually we'd like to travel all of America and like South America and stuff, and then go over to Europe. But I don't think the bus would fit over there, and I don't think it would be like financially smart to bring it over there. It's expensive to barge this thing.
It'd be better for us to probably sell it here, and then we could buy a military vehicle or something that fits the roads over there, a European already made truck, and then how cool would it be to barge that back and then have a European vehicle here? That would be worth the price.
We haven't really looked into it much.
That would be in a while.
We're just talking, spitballing.
Before we build something, that would be a consideration of doing it over there. Don't you think?
Yeah.
So if anyone lives in Europe, we need a place to stay. You have like pizza sauce on your phone.
In a couple of years. It's probably Hank's drool.
Do you see how he's laying? Henry, I think he's laying this way for you because he rarely sits this.
And his paws on top of Notch's head.
Trying to get comfy. Well, it's 7:20. It's the biggest out, so you can change things that aren't working out. Like we used to have a second couch, and then we took out the second couch.
And it's so fun to take those little breaks from working on your bus. Because when we were building the bus, we were working full time, and then in evenings building the bus or weekends building the bus. And so taking like a weekend off of building the bus and going out in it and functioning in it was actually super useful, because then we changed up so much from just testing it out, essentially.
Your mom commented, the roads in Italy are very narrow. They are.
I don't
Probably.
doubt it.
Yeah. Well, and then we've also talked about if we did another build, I think we could live in a van with the dogs.
Yeah, it'd be difficult.
It'd be hard. But I think if we're in a place where we're outside most of the time or whatnot, I don't know.
I think we just travel different.
I don't know if you guys could hear her grunt, but that was such a cute grunt. I don't know. These are all talks, but we're just enjoying life now as it is.
Yes.
And if opportunities arise or whenever, I mean, YouTube isn't paying all the bills right now, but if YouTube will become paying all the bills, I mean,
we'll keep going.
We'll keep going, keep traveling, keep making videos.
Right now we're making it work, which is sweet.
Yeah.
And so.
But we can't make it work.
Keep doing it until we can't.
For sure.
I've been having a ton of fun with taking pictures, learning all the ins and outs of cameras and how to actually take good pictures. That's been what I've been doing with my free time.
Yeah. Really good pictures.
Thank you.
You have. I feel bad. I kind of called you out earlier, and now I feel bad about it.
That's okay.
I wasn't calling you out. I was just.
It's just called multitasking, babe. That's why I'm so good at so many things.
I have my own things too. I tell Lance so many things about we should do this, this is our plan. I always will be like, ooh, maybe we should do it this way because of this. And Lance is just
you're the same way. I just put it into action.
Yeah. I guess.
And then let it sit.
Yeah. We're both very I think also the hard thing is when we were doing the bus build, half of the day I would be working on the filming and I've been doing social media stuff for a very long time, so I'm used to sitting down and doing that type of work. Yeah. And then Lance is trying to get into it, and it's really hard to get into.
Yeah, it's not very fun.
No, it's not very easy. Well, it's fun taking the pictures and stuff, but then there's a whole hour and a half per thing behind the thing.
Yeah, I like being in the field.
Yeah.
But
we make it work.
Yes. And now we are in a place that is so picturesque. Everywhere you look is just a great picture.
Have you guys watched Van Wives? They live in a van with 2 dogs about the same size. I've seen pictures of them.
Yeah, I know
Eamon
of
and
them.
Beck hung out with them a few times. We watch Eamon and Beck a lot. That's the biggest fan couple that we watch.
That's our favorite YouTubers.
And they do it. I know it's doable. I know a gal that lives in a van with her husband and their 4 kids in a van. And not a long van. It's a short van.
Oh, yeah. That's not... Oh, no, that's both of them.
Yeah, they're both snoring.
They're both
Their necks are pretty cranked in this position.
They snore a little, but you know who snores a lot?
Maverick. If my mom is still watching this, Maverick's...
Her family dog? That dog is so loud when he sleeps.
And it's in any position. He could have the most open lung passageway and he will still be wide open.
His throat could be just clear as day.
My mom commented laughing. She's on. Carol asked what the next stop is. We just actually planned out our week.
Yes.
So I don't want to do too detailed for safety wise, but we're going to be in Moab pretty much for a while. For about a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the plan. We've got our next 2 weeks. We just finished planning them out. And you'll have to just watch to find out. We actually post about a week behind.
Yes.
Kind of for safety things. We just don't want people to pop up because they watch our YouTube videos or whatever.
Yeah. We might do a meetup one day when it gets to that point.
We want to do it on our terms.
Our terms. I don't want to wake up and see
it.
someone outside my door. Hello.
Yeah.
Sam says he loves the dog pile. This is actually a really nice dog pile. They don't usually lay with us like this on the couch.
I'm glad it made Hank quiet. Hank. It's okay. I hit my head on the wall.
Right as soon as you say made Hank quiet.
Right on cue, bud.
But yeah, and oh, if you're ever wondering, this is where me and the two dogs sit while we drive. So imagine driving with both of these.
They cuddle up here.
Uh-huh. And I just fit in.
That's the driver's seat.
Mm-hmm.
Which, when we're parked, we have like this little storage basket, which is super nice actually. We store stuff that we don't really have any better space for it in the basket, and then we just move it from the seat to the bed when we drive, and then from the bed back to the seat when we park. It's really easy, honestly. I don't mind that at all.
I actually wasn't listening to anything you were saying. What did you just say?
The bend on the seat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Lance's mom got it for us. It's
yeah.
a big storage organizer from Costco. It's amazing. Because we used to have just a ton of random things on the bed, but now since it's in the divider, Hank, your butt is like in me right now.
Oh, he's getting so
He's trying
comfortable.
to get comfy.
He's getting so comfortable.
Oh, that's better. I hold your butt. You got it. There we go. That's perfect.
Hank acts like a small dog.
Yeah. He actually curled up just like a tiny dog right now, though.
Yeah.
Proud of him. Do I ever drive? I used to drive a lot more than what I do.
You haven't driven in a long time.
I drove the other day. Just a tiny bit, though.
Yeah.
I know how to drive the bus, and I'm comfortable driving it, but Lance gets car sick, mostly. That's
I
a big
like
reason.
driving it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I can
If I don't drive, I get car sick, so I like to drive. Sometimes I won't, but if we're on like super long trips where we have to be somewhere in like a day and I'm tired, then Allie will drive.
Yeah.
For
last summer I drove a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But we just kind of got into the habit of you hopping into the driver's seat. But let me say, being a passenger is a job in itself some days. Things are flying and falling. I have to get up and close everything. Lance needs water refills. He needs snack refills. The dogs need water. The dogs need certain things. It's like it's like I'm nannying in the background.
Mm-hmm. Allie.
Hey, Allie, honey, something fell. Allie, babe,
I like
babe,
to
something
do that.
fell. I know.
Whenever like something falls and it's like, boom! I'm like, Allie, something fell.
And I'm like, I know. And the hardest part is, since the dogs sleep on the couch with me, we'll get like, as soon as we get settled in and comfy, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm not going to have to like, they're not going to start moving soon. They're going to lay here for an hour. So something falls. I have to get up. And then they get up with me to check on me. And it's a whole situation.
It sure is.
Seems like most bus couples, the man drives. I don't get it.
I think it's just a manly thing. Like, guys just like driving. I like driving.
Yeah. I like driving too. We used to, when we were in Vegas, I would drive all the time.
Yeah.
Like, we would just switch back and forth.
I don't know. I just like driving, and so it works.
And honestly, when he drives, that means I get to do a ton of work. And so that's a big bonus.
And then when Allie drives, I kind of just sit here and watch the road anyways. So it's like I might as well be driving.
Yeah. But oh my gosh, remember there's a morning that Lance was so hungover. And I mean, I can drive, and I had already got my hungover out, if you know what I mean. And so I started driving because we had to get somewhere. And I was going up this big like mountain pass in Wyoming. And it was really windy, and Lance like resurrected from the bed. And I saw him in the rear mirror and he was just green. And I was like, oh no. And so he gets up and he hobbles to the front. He's like, pull over. And so I pull over. He's already has the door open before I like stop fully. And he goes and just throws up in the most beautiful wildflower field on the top of a mountain.
It was a really pretty field of flowers.
So gorgeous.
It was like so picturesque, fog in the background with flowers. Beautiful. And black sand.
And Lance was, I think, the sickest I've ever seen you.
Yeah.
Maybe not. My 21st birthday was a bit more sick.
That was rough.
Lance got rough. Carol asked, can the bus go in reverse?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like a normal vehicle.
It's the same motor that a ton of trucks have.
It's actually, the same motor of like a 1996 F250 or F350. Mm-hmm. Well, different transmission, but yeah. But yeah, it has reverse, neutral, drive, third, second, and first. It doesn't have a park. When you stop, you put it in neutral and you put the e-brake on. I thought it was kind of cool the first time I like looked down and I was like, oh, it doesn't have bark. It's like, all right.
Yeah, and then there's this ball that you twist on the brake.
Yeah, to tighten it or loosen it.
And I didn't know that was a thing, really. And
Yeah.
I went to move the bus out of the yard, and I moved it, and then I put it in park, and then it must have twisted on its own or something.
Yeah, neutral.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then, oh yeah, and I see Allie in the like mirror, like jumping, trying to press it down.
Well, I was jumping, but I was basically naked because I had just woken up. I was pulling it out of the yard to pull it back into the yard, so I just ran out to the yard in like my pajamas, and I didn't have my phone on me. I had no way of contacting Lance to be like, hey, like the bus won't unbrake or whatever. And then 10 minutes later, he came out of the house, so I was able to yell at him. And he was like, just twist the ball. Oh, okay. But that was fun. Well, I think it's time. Should we sign off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just trying to read at the comments too.
Yeah. I think we'll sign off unless anyone has. We'll give you guys 2 minutes for any last requests.
Quick questions.
The dogs are ready for sleep. They want us to stop
Yes.
talking, and we have 2 lights pointing directly at us, like spotlights right now that we can turn off.
We have some very cool content coming up.
Yes.
Like, we're both just really excited about it. That's why we keep repeating it.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've been, like, filming in a different way and very, like, consistent and...
Consistent.
And anyways, if you're not subscribed, subscribe. And if you don't already have it, there's a little bell there. Click that bell
Yes.
and it'll send you a notification when we post. Because since we're such a small page, a lot of times we'll just get buried and
Yeah.
you'll never know we posted a video.
So make sure to click the bell. That way you can see exactly when we post. We're shooting for every Sunday, plus some videos in between on the weeks, hopefully.
If we have
The content, we're going
the
to...
content, we're going to post it as much as we can.
Beautiful content, guys. So be ready.
And we love the comments and the
Yeah.
letting us know like what you like or what you don't like.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the people that go live with us are probably biggest supporters on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
So since you're here, if you don't know, the more you comment or the more if you press the like button or just interact with us, the better our videos do. And I don't mean to sound all pushy and marketing wise, but please, if you guys can, make sure to comment and interact and even just let us know what you think, let us know your favorite parts and whatnot, because that really A, helps our videos, and B, helps us see what you guys like in the videos as well.
Makes us feel better, for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah, the more people that interact makes
The
me
more-
feel like
yeah.
people are actually enjoying it and seeing it
Yeah.
and
The
getting
more people that enjoy us make us want to do it more and like
yeah.
make better content. Yeah.
I'm looking very deeply into your soul right now. We gotta turn the camera off, okay?
Oh boy.
Just kidding. All right, will you get up, or are you gonna make me get up?
Do you see me right now?
Do you see me right now?
Oh,
Rock paper scissors.
hopefully in our next video we'll show you our new hammock. Allie's mom got me a hammock for Christmas.
Yes.
So sweet. I have it hanging off the front bumper.
We both sat in it today. And we were so nervous the tree was gonna
There's
break.
this like little dinky tree that it's connected to. It looks like it's getting ready to fall down.
Okay. Are you getting up or am I getting up?
Sure. All right, folks.
Good night. We'll
Good
see
night,
you
everyone.
Sunday.
Thank you for watching. We will see ya. Oh shit. It almost fell over.